All right, let's just jump right in. Have you ever felt like there's this hidden force, kind of like a thief in your mind, that's just constantly stealing your present moment? It whispers these crazy stories about disasters that haven't even happened, and it convinces you to make choices based on what might go wrong tomorrow. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this thing, this future fear, and show you exactly how to take back control of your own life.
So let's start with this question, because it really gets to the heart of it. Just think about that for a second. All that worrying, all that responsible planning for every worst-case scenario, what if it's not a shield protecting you? What if it's actually a cage that's holding you back? This is the big idea we're going to unpack together. So who is this thief exactly? Well, we're calling it the thief in your mind because that's literally what it does. It robs you of your life, one moment at a time, by yanking your attention into a future that doesn't even exist yet.
Now, here's the wild part. This whole problem, it actually stems from a feature, not a bug. Your brain's number one job, above your happiness, above your fulfillment, is just simple survival. And, it takes that job so seriously that it's willing to trade almost anything for what it thinks is safety. The thing is, our brains are basically running on what you could call ancient software. This threat detection system was, perfectly designed for our ancestors who were dealing with constant, real physical threats. The problem? That software hasn't gotten a decent update in thousands of years. And this slide just lays out the mismatch perfectly. That ancient software, it treats a difficult conversation with your boss with the exact same alarm bells as a saber-toothed tiger. It equates the risk of being embarrassed or rejected with the threat of actual famine. Your brain is using a sledgehammer to crack a nut, It's triggering a full-blown survival response for these modern, non-lethal anxieties. It's kind of crazy when you see it laid out like that. So, how does this ancient software create so much anxiety in our modern lives? Well, it runs this little program we can call the fear machine. It's this internal process that can take just a tiny spark of worry and fan it into a massive inferno. So how exactly does this machine operate, right? How does one simple thought spiral out of control and become this huge, life-altering force? It all starts so innocently, with a simple what-if thought. But then your brain turns into this Hollywood director, and it creates a vivid, high-definition, mental disaster movie about that worst-case scenario. This triggers a very real stress response in your body. And finally, your brain feels that physical stress and it goes, "See, I told you there was danger." And the whole loop gets reinforced, getting stronger and stronger each time you run it. And this right here, this is the absolute key to understanding it all. Your brain's alarm system, the amygdala, it cannot tell the difference between a real threat and one you just made up in your head. So when you worry about something in the future, your body gets flooded with the exact same stress hormones as it would if that thing were actually happening. You're literally poisoning your present moment with a threat from a fictional future. And as you can imagine, this constant cycle of imagined threats, well, it comes at a huge cost. The price you pay for tomorrow's worry is charged directly to today's account. While you're so busy rehearsing for disasters that probably won't happen, real life is just passing you by. Future fear steals your joy because you're too anxious to ever really experience it. It steals your power because all your choices are based on weakness and fear, not wisdom. It steals opportunities, authentic connections with people, your biggest dreams, and ultimately, it steals the only thing you ever truly have, this present moment. I mean, this quote just nails it perfectly, doesn't it? It captures the complete absurdity of the situation. You're dedicating so much energy to defending yourself from a hypothetical opponent. You're building these huge walls to protect yourself from an enemy that only exists in your own mind. So let's just be really clear here. This behavior, it's not responsible planning. It's not being prudent. It's elaborate avoidance. It's choosing the certainty of being a little unhappy now over the uncertainty of maybe growing into something amazing. It's a strategy that guarantees you stay small. Okay, so we've laid out the problem, and yeah, the price we pay is heavy. But here's the good news. The antidote to all this future fear is actually incredibly simple, and it's available to you at all times. It's the power of the present moment. And this is the fundamental truth of it all. You can't change the past, and you can't control the future. The only place you have any real say, any real power, is right here, right now. And just look at the difference this shift in focus makes. When you operate from fear, you're always asking, what am I afraid of? Your whole goal is just avoiding pain. Your mindset is all about protection. But when you operate from presence, the questions change completely. You start asking, what do I truly want? You start moving toward your values. The entire frame shifts from just protecting yourself to seeing all the possibilities.
So how do we actually bring this power into our daily lives? I mean, this isn't just a nice philosophy, it's a practice. So here is a super practical guide for how you can actually take back control. I want you to think of it this way. For way too long, fear has been the CEO of your life, making all the big executive decisions. Well, it's time for a hostile takeover. You are firing fear and you are reclaiming your rightful position as the leader of your own life.
So here's your new 3-step executive process. First, awareness. Just notice the fear machine starting up. Don't judge it, don't fight it, just recognize it. Just say to yourself, oh, there's my brain doing that thing again. Second is redirection. Gently pull your attention out of that imaginary future and bring it back to the present. What can you see right now? What do you hear? Anchor yourself in reality. And third, action. Make your next choice based on presence, not fear. Just ask yourself, what feels right to do right now?
Now, to really make this work, you have to completely change your relationship with uncertainty. Fear tells you that uncertainty is this huge danger that needs to be eliminated at all costs. But the truth is, uncertainty is simply the space where everything good in your life can happen. Think about it. Every new friend, every opportunity, every moment of real joy, it all comes from the unknown.
So, at the end of the day, this is what it all comes down to. The goal isn't to create some perfect, predictable, painless future. That's impossible. The real question is this: are you going to spend your one life rehearsing for a future that will never happen? Or will you choose to be present enough to fully participate in the life that actually does? The choice is yours, and it's a choice you can only make right now.